And now, broadcasting from their parents' basements, just like Wayne and Garth, it's party time. Yes, it's the Crow Show, with your hosts, VeracityTrigger and Zodiac.
That's only 10:30. What are you talking about?
I'm already looking at 6 hours of sleep. Max.
6 hours of sleep. That's awesome. This is our topic for today. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. So, we have with us Sowsauce, Jack Black, myself, Trigger, and I'm the Zodiac here. So,
No, I'm the Zodiac.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought it was I'm the Zodiac.
No, I'm the Zodiac.
No, I'm the Zodiac.
Yeah, you're not Zodiac.
I know, I'm not Zodiac. That's his fucking name. Come on, man.
Oh, you already started swearing.
Laurel and Hardy all over.
Yeah. Who's on first? That's right. Who's on first?
What's on second?
What's on second? All right, so police. We have to talk about why the police are good and why the police are bad. Right? Isn't that it?
Yes, that is a perfect topic.
They're bad because they're in charge, man.
Yeah,
They're
man.
bad because they're in charge. They're good because they're in charge. It's a conundrum that we like to talk about, dude.
Like, totally serial, dude.
You
Yeah, I
get
don't know
a
what happened to Wes.
like-
This was his topic, and he didn't
So-
show.
Sauce, you get a Scooby snack for that.
Hopefully
come
somebody
on,
else did something for this. I was planning on coasting.
Well, we all have police experiences, and you've all seen things on the news. Now, granted, half the times you see a story on the police on the news, you're got to be like, now did it really happen that way, or am I going to find out in 6 months that it's not that way it happened at all?
Right, you got to take it with a grain
Really
of salt.
careful.
'Cause
You got to be real careful.
90% of these videos that you're finding online shot by people like with their cell phones and shit. It starts after
Yeah.
whatever happened that made this happen.
Yes.
Mhm.
Like
That's
we don't know
issue.
how it got to this point. Like all we have is
Another issue.
somebody's word for it when they posted it.
Another issue we had here in Illinois was people were doing the filming of the police officers and then editing shit out to make it look like the police officer was in the wrong.
Mm-hmm. Was that one video?
Yeah, there
that,
you go. There's
Was that one video that got shared last week?
Now, how you can't do that in Illinois anymore. The police.
no,
don't
that
have
was
Twitter
in
accounts.
California or something.
Mm.
That one that Wes shared last week.
The police in Illinois fought back. They said, "Fine, if you guys are going to be dicks, we're going to just wear sweater vest cams with audio."
I think that's a good
Now
idea.
We'll just bring that into the judge, and honestly, that is a brilliant idea. Like, because as much as there are the cops that are complete and utter douchebags, the majority of them aren't.
Right,
Yeah,
most
that's
of them are just
true.
there to do their job.
Most of them are just trying to make a living, do their job. They wanted to try to make a difference in this shitty world, and being a cop seemed like a good way to make a difference in their community.
Mm-hmm.
So it became all
And they
about
get
the traffic
chastised
tickets.
for it.
Hmm.
I mean, well, it also comes down to, the smaller communities and whatnot. I mean, you have your nice size, upstanding communities, and then you have your ghetto areas. It all depends on where and when, things go down.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I was driving through a underdeveloped urban area earlier today. Like somebody ran over an inflated plastic bag, and it popped and fucking scared the shit out of like 3 people on the sidewalk. Like they all ducked for cover like it was a gunshot.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't roll my windows down when I drive through there.
Yeah? No, there
Why
are.
would you?
There are places like that. I mean, I lived in, when I was young, I lived in Milwaukee. That's kind of a bigger crime city comparatively to where I'm at now. But, there's certain areas in Milwaukee are pretty ghetto that you just don't want to, you don't want to be in them.
No.
You don't want to be.
Yeah, there were some bad areas. I drove through a few,
Yeah.
accidentally getting lost.
Yeah,
You
it's
think-
easy to do that in Wisconsin.
You think that affects certain police? Certain areas affect certain police.
Oh, definitely.
'cause-
Probably, and
That's where half
this.
these
What if
videos
you
are
went
getting
to
shot after the offense actually happens that escalated it that high.
Yeah,
They just
in
want you to see the cop having some kid in an armbar for no reason because he's a kid.
Yeah, he didn't do anything to be put into an armbar.
Yeah, it's like, oh, armed robbery? No, damn.
It was like we had a person who was like, my kid was a good kid. Well, he was in a stolen vehicle. He was hit by a squad car. This was on video. Vehicle rammed off road. He jumps out of the vehicle. He's tackled, or he gets hit by a cop car. Then tackled, he gets up and he gets tackled by the officer. He then flips this large-ass man off his back, and this was not a small man. He was a good, beefy linebacker. And flips this grown man off his back like it's nothing, basically. Goes to start running, and he gets shot. And then the next day on the news, my kid was a good kid. No, he wasn't.
Well,
He was in a
apparently he
stolen
wasn't last
vehicle.
night.
He got caught and then resisted I resisted arrest too, but it's usually once they catch me, I stop. Okay? Run away, but when they catch you, go, don't hurt me. And put your hands up.
Okay, guys, you win.
Okay, you win. You got me.
I tried.
I don't know why I put my hands up like you guys could see that.
Yeah, I did it too.
He's like, oh, it's alright, but we like to talk with our hands. It's just how guys are.
I know. One day,
I did it
we'll do
too,
an
like-
actual video show, and then people will see our hand emotions.
We should probably
Fine.
do that
Police
sometime soon. That'd
Officers
be.
that I consider friends who've given me tickets. A lot is just minor. Like the amount of times they've given me an underage drinking ticket.
Yeah, but from what I've heard from you, yeah, you were a little shithead.
I wasn't that bad. Maybe.
Well,
Okay, maybe.
Was.
speaking of incentives for cops actually wanting to become cops, they make a rough medium rate salary of $55,000 a year, and that's not including the incentives like jury pay,
More than I know.
jurisdiction pay, depending on what jurisdiction they're in.
Do they get paid for speeding
Court pay,
tickets?
and if they speak various languages, and they have a longevity pay, whatever the fuck that is.
If you die,
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
is that it? Or
I don't know. How long did you make it on the police force? That sounds like ominous.
Yeah,
to me.
how long do you make it on the police force? If movies have taught me anything, it's until the day before retirement.
If I ever was going to a job and they were like, we have longevity pay, I'd be like, nope. I'm good. I'm gonna go and work at a McDonald's where I don't need
Yeah, as soon as you buy
hazard
that
pay.
boat, and you go to retire, that's about how long you
Yeah.
last.
Yeah, according to Lethal Weapon.
Good, somebody finally got the reference. I had to force it.
oh man,
You didn't have to force it. I know what you were saying.
And
In
then
case
this-
any listeners out there are like, duh, what the fuck is he talking about?
you have to be a little closer to our age to get it. But anyways,
and this pay scale is coming from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Oh, we got Jack pulling up some facts.
Oh snap!
Jack is our factual secretary.
I like how there's almost no videos. I've been searching here on YouTube to find a video of like, I'm just going to search for police officer helps somebody.
They do. You know what? There's
Nobody records that
actually quite a few of those. Of police officers, they'll randomly pull people over, and oh here's presents for kids, or they'll go help the community. or
I,
drop people money that are having
I
a
had a
hard
cop help me
time.
when I was illegally driving to work. I was
Uh,
driving to work, and he pulled me over, and I was like, fuck, 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 fuck. And then he goes, your back left tail lights just went out. And I went, I happen to have one of those in the glove box. Boop, hopped out, changed it real quick, drove myself all the rest of the way to work.
nice. Like there was also one where an old man with dementia went out on Valentine's Day to get his wife roses, and because he
But she'd
loses
been
his
dead
direction.
for 40 years.
No, she was alive, and they found him. They helped him get the roses and delivered him back to his house so he could present the roses to his wife.
She's been dead for 40 years.
That's fucked up, bro.
Sorry.
I got these roses. I got nobody to give them to because she's dead. I guess I'll go visit her grave. Wait, where's her grave?
Oh,
I had
my
a
gosh.
wife.
Yeah, that excuse doesn't work.
Oh, man. I just...
Yeah, if you got dementia, man, any excuse works. If you can just play
Yeah,
fucking
that's true.
retarded all day, even if you know for a fact that you know this.
I don't think too many people with dementia are milking it.
Mm.
If I ever got the early stages of it, like the early onset Alzheimer's and I was starting to forget stuff, I would totally start using it while I could.
Right?
Like, until it was too bad, I'd be like, I gotta do something with it. Like, there's a silver lining. They'll never know if I'm fucking with them.
Right? That'll be funny, like, the first couple of times that you realize that you're fucking with them, but then that one time that you're like, oh, wait, no.
What was I doing again? You'll be like, no, I got myself.
Hmm.
Yeah, then it's not funny anymore. It's like, oh, shit, that was real.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know much more to say about the cops thing. I will say the kind of leads into the whole surveillance state concept.
Yes, it does.
Well,
It's insane, like how much surveillance that we allow ourselves to be under.
yeah, it's like, why is
Like people
every
think it's nuts that
stoplight
I
have-
never turn location on my phone. Now, like you can track where I'm logged in on my Wi-Fi, but I'm not gonna fucking make it that easy.
I don't need you to know exactly where I am.
Fuck you, brother.
Well, if you're, if you want all your Facebook
Says they're gonna
friends to
record
find
this
you,
voice.
they have to be able to find you, man.
That's the other thing. Like, fuck, man. Why do people post that shit on Facebook? Like every time you leave the house, you don't need to fucking tell somebody.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I see that with a lot of women doing that.
Like you're just fucking. All you're saying is, "Hey, I'm not home."
Nowadays. There are we have the several. We're raising now the generation with the most documented, unmeaningful life.
Oh, I know, right? Nobody's gonna look back on like this generation and just be like, "Oh, I wonder how things were." It's like, oh, well, they kind of.
They're gonna look at Facebook and be like, "Ooh,
Right?
it's a good thing." In like 100 years, they're gonna be like, "It's a good thing we killed all the people left from this generation."
Well, shit. When was the last like real novelist? Yeah,
Damn.
because we waste all our time being fucking surveilled and posting all of the details of our pitiful lives online and not actually doing anything.
I go fishing.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, I'd go.
That's the
Out there.
manliest damn sport you can do.
Yeah, I'd go fishing too, but I don't have anybody to go fishing with. Nobody wants to go
Come on
fishing.
down,
I
bro.
always sucked at fishing.
Okay, well I'll come on down. I'll come fishing with you, Sal. That'll be good.
All it's about is, you pop a beer and you sit and stare at nothing and shoot the shit while you wait for something to bite.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got to get a backup rod because I like to do bobber and one lure. So I got bobber out with some bait on it, and I'm going to be casting at the same time.
Yeah, I don't really care
I
either
don't
way.
like just sitting there.
I'm not a great fisher. I just like to see if I can get something. But you know what? Going back to the whole police thing, you know, I don't know if you guys know other things about it, but I've had some experiences with the police. One time, most of them I haven't been really good, anyways. But
I don't want to tell people like all my experiences with the police.
well, then I'll
They're
tell
gonna be
I'll
like,
tell you
"This
some of
dude's a
mine.
Fucking criminal.
Yeah, there was the one thing with the kid.
I'll tell you some of mine. One of them, I was coming back home, and they were doing construction on the road leading to my house, and it was only like an eighth of a mile, if that, to go up this dirt road, which, you know, was like off roads to other people other than local. But I live like right there, so it's like right where I go. So I'm driving up the dirt path. The cop, you know, just magically appears there. I don't know where the hell he was. I was looking. He must have been following some other person behind the person that turned. And then he turns on his lights and, you know, pulls me over. And, you know, he's looking in my vehicle. I was married at the time. I had my baby with me too in the car. And, you know, he's looking in the window. He's like, I smell alcohol. I'm like, I haven't been drinking. There's no alcohol in this car. And he's like, I need you to step outside. I'm like, if you're smelling something, you're probably smelling the alcoholic wipes in the baby bag right next to me. And he's like, I need you to step out here and, you know, do the ABCs backwards and then walk back and forward. And it was like 40 degrees out, and I had a t-shirt on because I didn't think I was only driving for like 5 minutes, so I didn't bring a coat.
Yep.
That was stupid. So, you know, I'm standing out there, and he's just looking at me. He's like, you look kind of nervous. I said, well, it's because I'm freaking cold. What the hell do you think it was? And, you know, he's like, here, I need you to take this breathalyzer test. I said, I'm going to pass it. He's like, I don't know about that. I said, you want to make a bet? he's like, just take it. And I'm like, whoo, here you go. And
That's why I thought you were drunk. People aren't usually that argumentative with cops.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he pissed me off by having me come out and do all these stupid tests. When I tell him, he could look in the bag. He thinks he's smelling alcohol, and he's not. And he's asking me, like, why does your license say you live over here when you live over here? I said, because I didn't change my address yet. I just have a change. You know, they told me last time all you have to do is put a little sticky note saying this is where you moved to on the back of your license. You know, that's as professional as they were back at that time, you know, about 6 years ago. Or
I had that same thing like about 10 years ago in my state.
yeah. So he's like, okay, well, you can go on. And that took like a half an hour. And I'm outside in 40-degree weather in the wintertime with a T-shirt.
Dude,
you know,
40-degree weather is not wintertime.
No, but it was during like February or something. It was 40 degrees out at night. Just a T-shirt. So that wasn't
summer in Wisconsin.
Well,
Yeah.
kind of. It wasn't super cold, but it was cold enough.
Where I'm at, we didn't get any snow in January or February. That's 140 something year record.
That's nuts. We got dumped on last month. For like a week straight, it was nothing but fucking snow.
Y'all lucky I didn't get shit.
It rained.
Yeah, it snowed today a little bit, but it's not going to stick too much. It's going to be 60 in like a few days. And
Man,
we're
I've
not
been
go-
pulled over by the police for no reason before, charged with shit that it got far enough. I don't know how it got this far. My lawyer had a field day with it. That's why I got paid for this entire experience. Because I got jailed, and they were like, you need to I-bond yourself out. And I was like, no. Because I know that puts me in debt with you guys, and it's something I have to pay off with my court fines. So I'm just going to sit here. And I already called work. I used that for my one phone call. And they called my family. So they're aware that I'm in jail right now for no reason. And, you know, week or two, exactly 18 days later, they were like, fuck, the cops were charged with some bullshit because they were just trying to fucking get after me. They'd been after me for a while. You know, there are bad cops out there. I met a few of them. They're douchebags. They try to ruin your life for no fucking reason, other than the fact that you rubbed them the wrong way one day. But in terms of field sobriety tests, you can turn down field sobriety test where they ask you to do something that's technically like a tongue twister, because it's
Tongue
something
twister?
that's designed for people to fail.
Right.
With like the ABCs
And
backwards or
that's
something?
an illegal thing to do. Yeah, say the ABCs backwards. I've had someone ask me that before, and I went, no, that's a tongue twister, and you can't force me to say a tongue twister to determine whether or not I've been drinking or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, say that 5 times fast.
Yeah, I mean, he did that to me. There was a different time where I went down to Florida and I was just dating my ex at the time, and I was driving around with her, and I had a cop pull me over when they were like doing this checkpoint kind of thing. There were like 3 cops just like stationed at this strange little
Checkpoints.
inlet, where people were just kind of passing by, and everybody just slowed down naturally past these cops. But it looked like they almost looked like some kind of mafia ring, where they're like trying to control this little area. Like it wasn't like a real roadblock or anything. It was just kind of like, they were just kind of like waiting there, looking at everybody that went by, just checking them out. And then one guy gets in his car and he pulls my truck over, and he's like, we have reports of a stolen truck just like this. I'm like, really? You have reports of a bright orange truck being stolen? That's gonna fucking never happen.
With talking plates.
No one's gonna fucking steal a bright orange truck. And
A bright orange truck.
yeah, who's gonna steal a bright
It'd be
orange?
like stealing a bright orange Mustang, or a bright red Mustang, or a bright red Camaro.
Yeah, see how far you get.
You're
See how
gonna
far.
stand out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, and I'm like,
You
and I got
feel
this
like
on
a
my
gray
vehicle, and I
minivan.
got this on my vehicle, and I got this on my vehicle. I said, tell me, how many other people are going to have the exact same thing on their vehicle? I'm sure your descriptions would be a little more descriptive than what I have. And they're like, can we search it? I'm like, why do you want to search it? There's nothing here. It was like they were so. I'm just saying, it was like a mafia ring kind of deal. They were so intrusive. With I'm like, a bright orange truck. You really going to? Who the
They're
fuck
just
is
trying to get their quota.
of pissing people off?
Of hassling tourists.
I don't know, man. I haven't had any really good experiences with the police. Now, I know a lot of them have to do their job, and I can see a lot of people probably harass them. Like the one video you showed me, those kids are probably harassing that police officer. It kind of looked like that. And then he was going to bring the kid in or something like that.
Yep.
And then someone else pushed him over the hedge. And
Yeah, they
Funny thing now, too.
didn't just push him though. They fucking bulldogged that dude.
Nowadays, people aren't even I don't know how anyone else is, but I was raised to be respectful of police officers. Like, first off, they're just doing their job. If you got pulled over, you probably were doing something wrong. Maybe not even knowing it. Like, I got pulled over once, got a ticket that the police officer even had. I didn't know what he did, but if I fixed the problem, the ticket would go away, because my speedometer was actually fucking off, like 8 miles an hour. So me doing 5 over, I was really doing 13 over. I wondered why I was hauling ass that whole day.
You're like, damn, I got good gas mileage on this car.
No, I was like, why is everyone doing 5 under the speed limit? Like, 'cause even at the speed limit, I was just hauling ass past people. It's because I was going 8 over the speed limit at the speed limit. So when I took it up to the standard US 5 over, I was doing 13 over. And I was just, got pulled over. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I was just looking down. I saw you up there. I looked down immediately. I was doing 5 over. Like, I'll admit to 5 over.
Yeah.
And blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, if you can take your car to this place before this court date and show that your speedometer was off and that was what was wrong, then the ticket won't go through and it'll be dropped. And so I went in and they were like, yeah, you're 8 under. It's showing 8 under what you're actually doing. I'm like, oh, no. That's why I've been getting everywhere real quick the last couple days.
Yep.
So that was really cool. That was a really nice cop. I had another cop who my license was expired or suspended for like another 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got pulled over on my way to work. Or no, my license was suspended for another month. I got pulled over on my way to work because there fucking no bus route at the time that I had to be there. And I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to drive my car. It's 3 miles. Damn it. If he wasn't waiting for me right at the exit, right where I turn off onto the road to go to the main road, he even had someone pulled over. I got someone out of a ticket, which good for them. I got me a ticket.
Yay.
But he gave me a ticket for driving on an expired license instead of driving on a suspended license. And then when I went to court, he explained why I couldn't get my license back for the next month, and then, or not the actual reason, but I had to pay a ticket down in Chicago, and they were being weird about it, so this is why I couldn't get it renewed and do this. So this all worked on the judge, and he's like, well, I'll give you a 2-month extension. So he even helped me get an extension, even be just saying, I'm going to be waiting for you going to work, Steve. Like, the cop knew me forever. He's still in the neighborhood. Like I'm going to wait for you.
He's
And
just stalking
if
you.
you're going to work, I'm going to wait for you because I know you. And we're going to just nip this in the bud. Because another cop will arrest you, take you to jail, not give you a ticket for driving on not give you a ticket for driving on an expired license, give you a ticket for driving on a suspended license, which is way worse, going to increase the suspension on your license and everything. Like, and then they'll move it from suspended to revoked.
Yeah, you don't want that.
No, you don't want that. It's bad. Don't get a lot of tickets either and think, oh, well, I paid them off. That's what it's all good. No, because eventually you'll get one too many tickets and they'll take your entire driving record and use it against you. Be like, we are revoking your license for fear of your driving. Like, but I haven't hit anything. Like, I just get speeding tickets.
Right?
I've been in 1 car accident, or 3, none of which were my fault. I was never even got any fault for any of the accidents I was at.
Wow.
No, I got 10% faultage on one of them. The other ones, I was sitting still for. Bam! I'm like, well, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah,
Because
I think
nowadays,
that should be.
if you're moving and driving, the police have to give both parties some sort of fault if both vehicles are in motion.
Well, what if you turn off your car right after you've been sitting there, someone hits you? What's that counted as?
Turning off your car?
If you were parked at a light, someone hits you and you turn your car off.
Well,
And then-
okay, so no. Here. About that.
I don't understand the question.
Technically, you're not supposed to move your car at all when you've been hit.
No, you're
Yeah.
supposed to get out and take pictures.
Yeah. Nah, I was just.
I don't know.
If
Every
you-
time I've
if
been hit up
you
here,
move
they always
your
tell us
car-
to move out of the road.
It fucks with the writing on the report, because then they can't say definite, this is what happened. It's more, this is my perspective after you move your car.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Unless they're right there and saw it happen in front of their eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
I've been T-boned in front of an officer before. Most convenient accident ever.
Did you
Right?
just move it right away because you
How
saw
often
him,
does that happen?
or did you just wait?
Well, I was going through a green light. And then I was no longer going the same direction through a green light. I was going the complete direction my car shouldn't even be able to travel.
Sideways?
Yeah, it was
so you
bad.
teleported.
Yeah, basically, I jumped from the
4 wheels
northbound
to
lane
none.
to the south on the four-way road. I went from the northbound lane heading north to the southbound lane closer to the westbound lane. It was I jumped like 30 feet from being hit. It was reckless, and my car stopped. And
Doesn't
I
it sting
fucking
when you
got
get
out
hit?
and was like, "What the fuck was wrong with you, motherfucker?" And then I was restrained from an officer because I was going to kill that person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wouldn't done you on that. Like,
Dude, I was so
motherfucker.
pissed.
I got nothing. I've really had no bad experiences with cops. Like besides just some assholes, a couple assholes down south.
So what do they do?
Like one guy, full
pull
uniform,
you over and throw donuts at
pulled
you?
me over. No, I was in full uniform, headed to the boat for unemployment, and
For
I was a deployment.
Did you just say unemployment?
I said for a deployment.
Even
You're headed to the boat for
even
from
while you're in
unemployment.
the military, they send you to the boat for unemployment.
You got
Fuck you guys. I'm done.
for unemployment.
I quit.
I'm full of Brad now.
Oh, that's funny. You're gonna have to bleep that out so he doesn't hear it.
Bleep what out?
You'll hear it when you go over it.
What?
I know.
I don't bleep anything out.
It'll be fine.
Listen, you bleep, beep. Oh, I can't do that. I'm gonna have to practice that.
Yeah, let's not do that anymore.
I'm
Nah.
gonna try to make it perfect for like you're actually bleeping me out. It'll be gloriously amazing.
No, I leave all that shit in there. That's all.
Yeah, I'm just going to the boat for unemployment.
Here you go. Here's a wonderful
This is a fucking shit.
story of how helpful a police can be. I was learning a backflip on my bike on a snow jump. So the first two went real good. Third one not so well. Fucking broke my face. So I could fit like $1.50 in quarters in between the like gash my lip was now formed into. And like I was all good. My bun buddy rolls up and he's like, "Dude, what the fuck? Move your bike. Dude, get over here." My other buddy rides up and he's like, "Dude, why are you still? Oh my god, it's not that bad." I'm like, "I'm aware it's bad. I see a steady stream of blood coming from my face. Is it my jaw or my lip?" And
So
when my one buddy said, "I'm not sure," I went, "Fuck." So
So
I sent my one buddy away, and while I'm standing there in a white tee because it was like a 36-degree day, mid-February, and we're riding, so we're working up sweats, and so I'm standing there, just steady stream of blood all over my shirt, coming out of my face. I'm like, "Fuck!" And there goes a cop. I look up, I'm like, "Hey!" And here
I
he
was
goes,
wondering when that was coming.
and just dips right past.
It's the longest story about a cop with a cop like hasn't been mentioned yet.
I was covered in blood.
I was gonna
Like,
say,
my face was visibly fucked up from a distance. You know how I knew this? A nurse on her way to work stopped immediately after the cop had just passed me.
did the cop arrest you for bleeding?
Well,
did
you could see, like, dude, do you know how how fucked up someone's face looks when they have a collapsed upper jaw and a fucking inch and a half wide fucking gash in their face?
I don't know. Show me a picture.
Well, I don't have a picture of this. This was before cell phones, dude.
Oh, well,
My mom wasn't real keen to take a picture.
Come on, dude. You gotta meet a happy medium here.
Face in the world at that time.
Like, and if you're looking for a scar, it was $50-something thousand in plastic surgery to fix my face. So there's no scar. There's a little scar.
So you lied.
No.
No
You
scars.
said there was no scar, but there's a scar.
Well, yeah, there's a scar, but it's not that bad. Like, my mustache covers the majority of it, and if you look at my lip, you can see it there. But you have to, like, really be looking, and I'll think it's weird if you're staring at my lips.
You know, that's the weirdest thing. Anytime I had a girlfriend and they found the scar that I have on my mustache area, they look at me like, how did you get that scar? Like I did something devious to get it.
Vagina dentata.
Like,
Yeah, right. I bit a vagina, and it bit back.
Man, so
It's a lot like fighting the law, but the law winning, but with hair in your teeth.
So Zodiac, you
Right.
you found the unemployment boat, and then what happened after that?
Yeah.
So on my way to a deployment, and I was going a little fast because I was running late. Yeah, cop pulled me over. Fucking, wife and kid in the car, sea bags in the back. Like you can visibly.
CDOM's in the
this
back. Holy
in
shit!
Uniform.
You knew him longer than I did.
What?
CDOM's in the back.
Trigger, you're not as funny as you think you are. Let him tell a story.
I keep trying to tell him that.
I know
You're not the
crack
funny
yourself
one.
up. I know you
Makes
crack
me
yourself
sad.
up, but if other people aren't laughing, then it's not as funny as you.
$300 some odd ticket. It's like, come on, dude.
Oh,
You cut me a little bit of slack.
I'm surprised he wrote you a ticket.
I know, right? I think it's because I had a Massachusetts license and it was in Mississippi.
Oh yeah, that might do it.
Hmm.
They don't
But
like.
honestly,
Londoners.
it shouldn't. Like, why did you just hand? Why don't you just hand him your military ID?
Well, I was also in full uniform.
Well, maybe it was a costume and you're just weird. You never know.
Yeah, we
Where
never
were
got
you?
to that Stolen Valor episode.
What state were you in?
He's in Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yeah, there you go. Some
In,
weird
like,
shit goes down in
2005.
Mississippi. Even worse.
Yep.
I've been down there. It gets pretty freaky.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
It's like the only place that Katrina made better.
What place could we get a fucking giant tornado storm?
I could say
Fuck
that.
up and make better. Mississippi sounds good.
So
Yeah,
you're
they're only
saying
getting flooded out every other weekend.
So what you're saying is that it needed to be mopped clean.
Well, there's a lot of places that need to be
more like
mopped.
blown
Like,
away.
honestly,
Right?
sea level just
Oh,
needs
man.
to go up like 15 feet, and we can just be like, all right, listen, if you live in an area that's going to be flooded soon, leave, or you're going to live underwater. And
What
you
about
can,
dummy?
and then in 5 million years, maybe you can evolve into mermaids.
That could happen.
Is that an episode of
Currently, it's not going to work.
Organs?
Well, if they built their houses on stilts, that would make it so much better.
Yeah,
We'll have
until
to
the
worry about
wave comes and knocks them
Stilts,
over.
Yeah, those stilts collapse.
Like,
Well, you make steel stilts. That should work.
yeah, and a wave is a lot stronger than any type of steel stilt you're going to make. If you want that thing to survive, you need to make it a dome and just below sea level, so it can gradually let water break on it. And even then, it might.
What if they
still
made it
just
like the
break
underneath a boat? What if they made it just like a
Like a
houseboat?
steel.
Just float around.
What if we just stopped living in the water? Move inland. There's plenty of room.
Right, we're not, a sea-bearing creature.
But almost any woman
Right?
you talk to wants to live right on the beach. So,
Yeah, well, and then people that are like, I forgot what I was going to say. Damn it.
gotcha! All right, so Zodiac was talking about going into a new a new thing here that we conveniently found a way to distract him from.
What's up?
Mario Kart tournament this weekend at the Comic-Con.
There we go.
I'm excited about that too.
Oh man.
No, but about
I'll put it out there, Neverwinter.
Surveillance state.
surveillance tapes and stuff.
Surveillance state.
I started on that one. We could probably
Look at how
research
well
on that.
I can go off on there. Let's think about it. Surveillance state. We have cameras on every street light, or basically street light or stoplight in America.
And yeah,
some street lights too. There's
Why?
traffic. There's traffic cameras everywhere.
You gonna,
Like,
you
you
gonna
used to
survive,
have
Sal?
The expectation of privacy, even when you were
I
outside.
have something in my throat.
Yeah, and you know what too? I bet you guys haven't really thought about too, but if you have Windows 10, you have the Cortana. I always kept calling it Cortina, but it's Cortana is always on, and
Is
you
that
could
why you
disable.
want
It's
Skype
like
so
2
bad? Is
gigs
Windows
of
pushing that
fucking
on you
spyware.
too?
No. I'm telling you this right now because even when I had my other PC, I would shut down programs that weren't in use. I didn't need to use them if I'm going to do recordings. If I'm doing recordings, it really depends. It really shows me how much PC usage that I'm using. And with my old PC, it was like up to 99%. So any more than that, and literally my PC would fail. And it depended upon the amount of processors I'm using, how many fans are blowing, how it's cooled, this and that, the other thing. And so it also depends on other processes that are in use as well. So I'd go and shut down all those processes that were in use. When I got my new PC, it came with the Windows 10 built in. It had the Cortana on. And I'm like, okay, fuck this shit. It's using some memory right now. Let's shut this down. 2 seconds later, boom, pops right back up. It's integrated into the PC itself so that if you talk to the PC and you still have it enabled and you say the magic words, it wants to go and do a search for you. But it's using constant PC stuff all the time. And it has to hook into your recording. It has to hook into your mic. So the possibility of governments being able to put this into Windows, this being like a sort of a soft way of spying on you, where it's like, well, they're not going to think it is, but it could be. You don't know. But you can't...
Didn't they build a big-ass building in Colorado? I forget what the name of it.
I'm just saying, you can't
But it's
disable
huge,
this
and
thing.
it's specifically for gathering information online and storing it.
Yeah, but
Well, anyways, Windows 10 has 2 gigs of spyware implanted into it.
Not surprising.
Like, the reason they made it free for everybody was so the government would have it easier time
yeah, and Cortana is a
keeping
part of it.
track of everybody.
Cortana has to be a part of it because
on one mainframe.
yeah, because people want to get rid of the shit because they don't want extra stuff on there. And you can go into the PC itself and find out if it's running. You can go in your task manager, open it up. It'll stay on. It'll keep popping back up even if you end the process. There is a way to disable it, but you can either change the name file so it searches something else, or you can try disabling it altogether. It might break your window bar. There's different ways to disable this thing.
Yeah,
But,
that's why I refuse to get Windows 10. Like, I'm still at Windows 8.1.
It forced me to do it.
It does. It just does. But there's one thing right there, and it forces your microphone to activate all the time. Your microphone is always activated with Cortana on. And even if I turn on my microphone recording software, it'll give me a list of all the applications that have run or are running. And I can go through the list and see all the things that are running at the moment or have run. And I can go and turn all these things off, but Cortana is on as a little rectangular bar on the side. But there's no way I can turn it off. It's just permanently on there until I actually go and disable the thing completely. But I mean, look at that. And with Snowden too. With Snowden breaking the news on, we're spying on our own people and stuff like that. I mean, I kind of knew they were spying on us, but he made it very well known, even with the movie they brought out. So
I didn't see the movie.
yeah, he went and was showing how some of the other people were just randomly looking at people, even if they didn't have a justifiable reason to do so. They would just go spy on someone's webcam or, listen through their microphone or whatever, just because they thought it has something to do with security. But they found out that there was like 300% times more, or some rare, super high percentage of the government spying on the United States versus other countries, more so. And I thought that was kind of interesting because, why would they spy on us the most and not other countries more so?
Because it's easier to block other countries from their information that they put out on the web that comes into the U.S. I mean, remember, if you live in a country outside the U.S., your shit doesn't end in .com. It ends in
it would be
wherever the fuck you're from.
.eu or I don't know.
I don't know. I use .com, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can imagine Canada could be .cad. Like, I don't know.
Well, I guess it depends on the website, really. If it's an American, if it's an American server website, then it would be like a .com probably. But
I'm not that familiar.
Yeah, like .eu or your what are I can't even remember it right now. I haven't looked on any other.
Cut to the chase.
But yeah, but that's the thing, man. Like what you're saying, there's all these cameras to spy on us. There's so much opportunity for that. Do you think that's going to go bad at some point? Do you think it's going to turn into?
It's already becoming an issue with the police thing. I mean,
so you're saying Skynet's going to happen pretty soon?
There's always a camera on you, no matter where you are, and we're just becoming more and more okay with that.
And I don't even think about it. I know this is happening. I don't even think about it. It just seems like, what can you do? I don't know what you can do.
I know, I'm not saying I go around ducking cameras wearing hoodies all the time.
Yeah. What does Jack think about this? We haven't heard him say anything at all. At least a few minutes here.
Jack fell asleep.
Ha! Alright. No, I was looking at the
Pornhub.
Domain extensions, and their extensions start like, let's say the United Kingdom is AC. United Kingdom Academic Institutions is AC. United Arab Emirates, whatever the fuck that is
Emirates.
Yeah, I don't know. Botswana is BW.
So there you go.
Botswana.
Colombia, CO. I don't see Canada. Oh, Canada is CA.
Oh.
There you go.
There you go.
Switzerland is CH.
He found that way faster than I did. Good job.
Jack, you are the man. But
So the U.S. government. What's funny is with that in mind, we can jump to another topic.
why?
We can simply block. We have the problem with ISIS sympathizers getting information on ISIS about ISIS in the U.S. We have the ability to block out all of them from getting any information out of the country to anyone else. So, why don't they?
Yeah, that is true. There are programs to do that. Well, shit. I know on if you're a person who likes to acquire music for free, there's options in the software to stop seeding from out of country places.
Did you just say acquire music for free?
Yes, I
You mean
did.
pirate music?
LimeWire, BearShare.
You mean illegally download me? How dare you?
I'm just giving you. I'm just giving you an example.
I can personally say I have never downloaded. I have downloaded some songs that I have the CD for.
You've
Like,
never.
I don't
You've
need
never
to do it
pirated
because
music?
I don't need to
I've
do
never
it because I
pirated
just
music.
take it from other people I know.
Well, isn't it that you can have it, but you just can't sell it? Like, you get a copy of it, but you can't sell it?
No, you can't. You have to pay for your copy.
Oh, that's
You
with
can't
games. Okay, never mind.
You can't do. That's why there's the whole musicians against pirating thing,
Hmm.
which they
Yeah,
still make
Lars
a bunch of
Ulrich
money.
was on
So
that.
quit your bitching.
Yeah, they make
Make
a...
enough money. Let the people who are poor as shit, get it for free.
Yeah, they make a lot of money. I wouldn't cry about it. They're making a lot
I
of
think
money.
most of your concert money.
I still don't pay for music.
All of a sudden, we hear a knock in the background at Zodiac's. He's what? No, I pay for music. No, get off me!
We're-
I don't illegally download it. I use my recording software that I use to record the podcast. And I just find the
Oh,
song on
there you
YouTube.
Yeah, you can do that.
Well, that's a hazy area.
Well, if you download... Well, here's
Yeah,
the thing.
I
If
found
you,
a loophole.
You did actually, I believe.
That's not... No,
Pretty sure
that's not a... That's not a loophole. If you download music that's... The quality of it's less than what it was, it's not actually the original music. It's like if I talk over a game and I give my commentary over it, they can't copyright strike me because I'm giving my own opinion of it, and it's my own product because of my own opinion of what they've done. If it's just their game straight, no wordage or whatever, and I try to monetize that, well, they could look upon that a little frowny face. But
I think they got stricter with that stuff too, didn't they?
No, they have
some yes,
situations.
some
Well,
yes.
I think it was the federal government who got stricter. So
No,
then
that's
it's technically all of the country.
It
I
depends.
know that we have our independent state laws, but
It
they're
depends.
really starting both
Like-
the state laws and the federal laws need to be like, all right, listen, let's just make a base set of laws that we can agree on in every fucking state. All right.
some
And you
some
can
yeah,
have other laws that you can make
but
that don't break federal law.
But Sowsauce, let me just stop you right there. It's like even with Square Enix, which was SquareSoft, now even with like something like Final Fantasy 14, which I was doing games on before, they put out a big clause, saying like, it pretty much it came down to the fact that if they don't like what you're doing, they could shut you down if you're using their software for Final Fantasy in any way, shape, or form. They could shut down whatever you have. If they don't like what you have to say on your commentary, on this, on that, on the other thing, they could shut it down. And they're in Japan. They're in a different country. So they have different legislation over there. And
Well, it's still their intellectual property, whether it's your voice talking over it or not.
yeah, I'm just saying they can do this. So in different countries, it kind of, has some different legislation that could take precedence over whatever we do here too.
How many
but
presidents?
Precedence. Did you hear precedence?
Oh, how do you think?
Anyways,
I thought it was funny.
come on,
Who
Zodiac,
out there?
you're not the comedian here.
I am.
Yes, Jack's the comedian.
Well, you said take precedence over take precedence.
I said precedence.
I heard presidents.
You hear what you want to hear.
Don't give a fuck what you hear. This is my commentary. I don't like this crow show, you get the fuck out.
Damn, Jack taking this bitch over.
Jeez.
Gonna get top billing now.
That's funny.
Anyways, yeah,
Yes.
it could be.
So I think we. What kind of topics should we discuss for next week, though?
Well, I
think we
know.
should do the Walking Dead show next week.
Definitely.
Walking Dead. I don't watch it anymore.
Well, I do.
I'm super behind on that.
Well, I know a ton of stuff.
It's on when we give spoilers. Like earmuffs.
Oh, no,
Yes,
you
take your
can't do
headphones
Walking Dead. Let's do something controversial.
No, we're doing Walking
I'm
Dead.
tired of controversial. Let's talk about
Come on,
shit that we know about.
Drive on it. I know all
Yeah.
sorts of shit about controversy.
We don't got to do research and fucking record-breaking shows every week that nobody listens to. Just talk about shit that we know about, like video games and movies and TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, everybody likes movies.
Yeah, we'll talk about Walking Dead.
Now
Well,
we have to see a movie every week.
I said movies,
What movie?
not movies.
I see a movie every week.
Movies. I don't think we can do
Movies.
breast cancer. What, October? Wait till October.
We'll just stick that one in the back pocket for now.
Yeah. Do a movie in October.
We'll eventually figure out a new topic. I don't know.
Nah, we'll talk about Walking Dead next week. You guys can jump on and hang out if you want, or don't, and then you won't know what's going on.
Yeah, because your
How's-
homeboy wanted to come do that one, right?
I'll be like, that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's so cool.
Mhm.
They did what?
Keep forgetting it's Valkos, right?
Yeah. I've been looking at a lot of things, dude, and you wouldn't believe it too, but I've been guessing it. This whole last episode, I guessed exactly what's going to happen. He opened up that furnace. I'm like, that guy's going to get incinerated. And my friend was like, I don't know about that. He puts the iron to his face. I'm like, I think it's just a fake. I think he's faking him out. And he puts it away and he throws his ass in the furnace. I'm like, yes, I called it.
Negan is my favorite person in on the show right now.
Yeah, he's actually pretty cool. I think the pool scene was the best, though.
Yes.
He's like,
Got no guts.
it looks like I found your guts.
I love that. I've never been so wrong in all of my life.
Oh, that was good.
Love it.
If as long as they don't kill Rosita, I'll love the show till it ends. That's it.
I don't like it.
Just because you just raised the death flag right there, they're gonna kill Rosita next.
The
No,
Walking
she's got to
Dead
survive.
executives have been listening to this.
I think they have. Because I said this I don't know how many shows it was ago. I said this, like, if Rosita dies, I'm just never going to watch it again. And they showed, like, little images at the very beginning of this past season where Rick's imagining certain people getting killed. Rosita was one of them. Where, you remember that, Zodiac?
Yep.
All the little images he showed? There were like 5 of them or 4 of them that got killed. And Sasha was one of them, I think. Maybe even Maggie, I don't know. I can't remember who the other ones were, but she was one of the picks. And then we get into it and we see who actually did die, and it wasn't her. Yeah, I think they're watching this, dude. I think they are.
Well, they also wrote the comic book, which is where they got those deaths from.
Yeah. But,
I mean, it's straight out of the comics, man.
they twisted it, though. Abraham didn't die the same way he's supposed to die.
No,
He
Abraham
here.
died a different way.
Yeah, he got the arrow through his brain instead of the other girl.
That's straight up how Glenn died.
Yeah, he
My old
Oh,
boss
man.
actually had that scene from the comic tattooed on his leg. It was badass.
I wish Glenn didn't
But, all
die.
right. Let's wait till next week to continue talking with Ed.
Okie dokie.
Talking Walking Dead, whatever.
Okay. So,
Any
you want
more
to sign
on
us?
the police?
Try saying that when you get pulled over drunk.
What,
Yeah.
Talking Walking Dead.
Talking Walking Dead?
Yep.
Talking Walking Dead, Talking Walking Dead, Talking Walking Dead.
Are you drunk?
No,
Step out of the car, sir.
I'm talented.
But it's cold.
My nipples are hard. And I got blood all over my white t-shirt.
Right.
I should have said that.
But no. God just drove right
Nah, it's
past
cold
that
out there.
one.
You get in.
It's too cold out there, man. Just come on in here. It's okay.
We're all friends here.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah,
we're gonna
we
do
are.
Walking Dead next week.
Mm-hmm.
I am Sowsauce at
think
the
I'm ready,
Twitters.
Okay.
Is it at Sowsauce or is it at? Wasn't it
It's
something
at
else?
Sowsauce.crow.
There we
I'm
go.
the
I knew there was something
Sowsauce.crow.
Sowsauce.crow at the Twitters.
So you're on the Twitter a
I said
lot?
it wrong the first time. I might as well keep it up.
You're on the Twitter a lot.
He just
That's
doesn't
what I
want
said the
anybody
first
to fuck with him.
I
And
admitted I was
debate
a
his
noob.
facts.
I do. I want people to fuck with me and debate facts. It's just we need to
Hells
talk
yeah.
about some controversial shit so someone can be like, finally be like, someone talk to this guy. And hopefully we have enough people who follow us to, have that happen. But I'm hoping. Because I'll just lay out facts on their ass in Twitter, and then eventually they'll shut up. Or they'll just
Well,
be like,
if you-
you're a mean racist. I'll be like, I'm not racist.
So if you tell them that, they're not going to
Some
do it
people I don't
because.
like.
So if you tell them that, they're not going to do it because then they're going to be like, well, if he's going to tell me the truth, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
I know.
You heard it here. Sowsauce wants you to
I
go
could
fight him
be-
on Twitter.
I will
Yeah.
be the. You know what we could do for a topic? Islam. I will be the one
I don't wanna
attacking.
do
You
that.
guys can try to defend them.
Why?
So you guys
I'm not
can be the
Islamic.
defending people.
I don't want to do either side of that argument.
Yeah, I don't want to
I'm-
be either side of that argument.
I'm just on the Christian side, so I don't know why I would. So,
Well,
I mean,
You don't need to believe in what they believe in. Just do a little research. It's not that hard. I did it.
well, the thing is, I'd have to actually buy a Quran and read through the
Like,
whole thing.
Am I gonna have to get
Which-
the Oscar music and like start playing it over you guys to wrap this up?
Yep.
You guys can
Sorry.
keep talking about the Quran
Sorry.
and Islam.
You guys
so just-
continue.
I don't know the music. That's best.
You mean the Jeopardy music? But anyways,
No, that was wasn't
I'm
that the Oscars like years ago? Somebody's speech was going too long, and they just started playing the music while he was still talking.
the Jeopardy music?
God damn it, Frank!
Whatever the music was. that
Just
they
because you
used to
say it
promote
over
the
and over
page.
again doesn't make it funny.
What? I'm just saying it's
What are
such
you,
a.
Carrot Top?
It's a
Just like
Jeopardy
the time
music.
we were trying to teach you the controls of a game and you changed the controls.
No,
Yeah,
you didn't
this
understand
guy.
what the fuck I was
You know-
talking about.
You know,
That was-
I
that was the
won't
bu- that
teach
wasn't my
anyone-
problem.
I won't explain to anyone how anything works in the game anymore. I pass it off to people from that single incident. Like, I don't know if you're aware, but my
No,
mic got
no,
muted.
no.
It was
You
when it
guys
was
were being-
almost the first time.
You guys
I
are
know,
being
dude.
idiots about the whole thing. I was asking about a specific button that had nothing
We
to
were
do with
telling
what I
you.
changed.
We were telling
We
you.
were
the
telling you
specific-
this.
It had nothing to do with what I changed.
You
It did.
changed the controls.
I asked you
and it
what the
did have
button
something to do
did.
with what you changed.
I asked you what the button did. I didn't care about how I changed it. I was going to find out myself. But you guys went all freaking crazy about the whole thing. And
We
man,
told you what.
here
it
we
did.
are now.
You were like, it doesn't work, and I'm like, did you change the controls? And you're like, yeah.
I asked you what the button did.
I was like, well, if
He
you
didn't
didn't
even say
change
yes.
the
He
controls,
was like,
Anyways, this is way too long. And this
Yeah,
is getting...
sorry.
She said.
Way too
your
stupid.
guys'- I did my Twitter handle. You guys have it, so it's your fault.
So,
All right,
All
no
right.
more conversations.
I'm
Zodiac.
gonna have a Twitter handle.
It's Adam the Zodiac on Twitter, The Crow Show if you don't feel like searching that. Also, The Crow Show on Facebook.
mhm. And so I'm VeracityTrigger. You'll find me on my channel here, YouTube and all that stuff. We had Jack Black 101 here as well.
What's up?
And so, yeah, that's pretty much a wrap. Next week, Walking Dead. After that, maybe Islam. Maybe not. We'll find
Maybe
out.
boobies.
Maybe boobies. All right. See you later.